Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to In the Gallery with Laura Ali. I'm your host, Laura Ali, and we're back. We're back. There's only one person, there's only one person who can pull me out of my slumber, and that is Donna Adelson. That is the Adelson family, and we're back in it, okay? I was pleasantly surprised when I turned on Law and Crime to see where they were sitting down for jury selection, and then here we are on the way for opening statements. So I want to get into it quickly. I am recording this morning of Monday morning. I had a rough weekend. Don't want to get into it too much, but I recorded a full episode on this to realize my mic wasn't working. It was working, but it wasn't recording. So here we are again. You know me and my tech stuff, getting back into it, and I hope to follow this trial consistently. So I'm doing this right before work because I'm dedicated to getting this recorded. So, okay, let's get into it. There's no one else. There's no one else but I was going to say Miss Georgia Cabell, but well, that is true too. But Miss Donna Adelson, okay? My girl, but not really my girl, like I don't bang with her as they would say, but at the same time, I'm very fascinated with this case, very obsessed with her family structure, and I need a resolution here. Now, I'm just going to say this really quick, okay? This is going to be a somewhat quick episode. I know I'm going to kind of rush through it. I'm sorry, guys. We'll do a nice and slow one day. But when I did see this, okay, when I did first see Donna sitting here looking like this, all homely, all motherly, all grandmotherly, I did start to feel a little tinge of sadness. Is Laura getting a heart? Is she getting a soul? I don't know. But I started to feel like, damn, Donna, is this where you want to be at 75? I think she's 75 years old. My mother's 75, okay? And my mom's living her life. She's been retired for 20-something years now, living her life. Goes to the senior center, hangs out, Donna, what, like she was living in Miami. I would love to be in Miami right now. Donna was living her life, but she was too obsessed with trying to be in control of Wendy's life. Okay, so I guess she wasn't living her life. Too obsessed with being in control of Wendy's life to live her own. And here we are now. My point of saying this, though, is, Donna, you're here now. Why didn't you just take the rap for Charlie? You're here now. We're here. Let your 30-something, 40-something-year-old child live their life. You took it away from them. You not only took it away from Charlie, you then took it away from Wendy and then the grandchildren. The only one that maybe out of Donna's children is the first one. Is his name Rob or something? I can't remember exactly. But the first child, I may be wrong on that, but the first child, the son, who does not talk to them, is the only one who is able to live a normal life out of all of the Adelsons right now. And I say that sparingly because with his name being Adelson, how much of a normal life can he live, right? Because it is a common name, but someone's gonna be like, are you related to Donna Adelson and Harvey Adelson? Someone's gonna say that, and he's gonna be like, yeah, I am, or maybe not, but you get my point. Anyway, let's get right into it, because like I said, we got to move and groove on today. Opening statements. Okay, opening statements came in. Prosecution did a great job, okay? I will say this. I was sleeping on Catherine. Guys, I was sleeping on Catherine. I knew Catherine came to play, but I didn't know she came to play like Georgia came to play. Catherine comes to play. I would even suspect I know they have a bunch of assistants in the back that's helping them, like, I don't know all the terminology, paralegals, assistants, associates, whatever, pulling all the documentation, putting everything together. I know they're just the front face and the ones to look good, Georgia and Catherine. But something tells me Catherine is like, she's a little bulldog herself. You can't mess with her. So she does opening statements, and I'm loving it. They lay out everything very clear. They do a train car analogy, which I love because I'm a very visual person. And the idea of like one train car doesn't talk to the train cars two steps ahead. So for instance, if you have one train car being Charlie's only going to be talking to Katie and then Donna. He's not going to go talk to the train car in front of Katie, which would be Sigfredo or Lewis. And well then, yeah. Well, I guess he could talk to the train car, which would be Wendy. I guess Wendy would be the last train car. What would you guys say? If I do the train cars, because I don't know if they did a visual. I didn't see the visual of it. I just saw them doing the reel, like it was like a photo reel or something. But okay, so if the train cars, really quick, we're gonna do this. Train cars being Wendy, Donna, Charlie, Katie, Sigfredo, Lewis. That's the train. No one disrupts the train, I like that analogy a lot, and I think it visualized it clearly. The defense came in, and I was a little bit confused, to be honest, about what the defense was. What is the defense? I feel like they were just saying Donna can't be guilty because she's a grandmother and she wouldn't do it. Like, there was no defense. And then later, let me see if I can actually pull this up on the visual. Oh, see, I knew I was going to forget this. This is why I like to keep notes. Really quick, I want to talk about, as soon as they start the opening statements, when Catherine starts her opening statements, Judge Everett, I'm just going to say this quickly. I really do like Judge Everett. I think he's great. But Judge Everett seems to give Catherine Dugan like a proud papa smile. It kind of throws me off. There seems to be a bit of favoritism there, okay? Just not a ton, but I do clearly feel like the judge is on the side of the prosecution and the state, which I know will happen, but it shouldn't be this obvious, which I feel like it is. I'm trying to catch it. Let me see. I'm not okay, there it is. You can kind of see the remnants of it there. But it's like he goes up to say, like, all right, you can begin opening statements. And she starts, poor little Donna. But then she's a murderer, so I don't feel too bad for her. But you can begin opening statements, and Catherine goes up, and it's just like, go ahead, Catherine. Go ahead. Do your thing. Go put her away. I know you're about to do your thing. Like, something about it. And listen, Judge Everett, he's watched 4 of the, I can't remember if he did Sigfredo's and Lewis's, but I know, I know he did Charlie's. Actually, I don't think he did. There was a different judge. There was a different judge for Katie. I'm going off a tangent. Okay. You guys caught the proud smile, though. I don't need to keep showing it. Okay, so that's that. Moving on. The defense then comes in, and they do this, like, weird, like, visual, like, poster board. And I want to say, let me pause it here. I want to say they're trying to pin it on Charlie. Because look at the arrows. And you can watch this and play it. We're around the 2 hour mark. Go to Court TV, by the way. I love Law and Crime, but Court TV had the timestamps. So, Charlie, what the defense attorney, Jackie Fulford, by the way, a little tidbit story on her in a little bit. The arrows are pointing, so Charlie's the main guy in this scenario with all the money underneath him. Okay? They say it's all his stapled up cash. It's not Donna's stapled up cash, it's Charlie's stapled up cash. Donna had nothing to do with it. If Charlie paid for it, Donna had nothing to do with it, and she knew nothing about it. Okay? That defense is gonna not work when the calls come in, though. Because if by your example, if Charlie's in it, then Donna has to be in it. Because by the calls, she says after the bump, it involves me and you. Who else is me and you? It's not you and you, it's me and you. I don't know how they're going to play this out throughout the rest of the case, but I just thought that was odd, if that's your defense. But anyway, yeah, they're trying to throw Charlie under the bus. And I was like, wait a minute. If they're going to throw anyone under the bus, I would think they're going to throw Wendy under the bus. Not Charlie. Charlie's her golden child. Charlie's her baby boy. I was shocked to see this. I thought, but it's like, what else can you say? I was hoping, not hoping, but I was maybe thinking they would do the extortion lie again, because what they said basically is Charlie gave her the money. And it's like, I thought this was very strange. If someone else could see why they would put Charlie as the person, saying the state can prove this, they're saying it, the state can prove Charlie gave her this money. And then the $3,000, if you look at the $3,000 a month checks that came from the Adelson Institute checks, she was being paid by payroll as an employee of the Institute, which has to be the stupid. If you're hiring a hit, do not, and I repeat, do not pay them on the books with a paper trail of money. And I'm not trying to tell people to commit a crime, but that just has to be the stupidest thing I've ever heard of in my life. You're going to pay someone who committed a murder for you on the books as an employee when they've never worked for you before. You're putting them on the books after the murder. Goodness gracious, guys. I mean, part of what makes this case so fascinating is the idiotic steps they took. Them acting like they're these gangster mob bosses. And it's like, you guys don't know anything about committing a crime. Clearly. We're watching, we have literally everything you've done documented. Okay, let me calm down, because they get me so worked up. Moving on. Okay, before I forget, really quick, I do want to talk about the defense attorney really quick, because apparently her and Donna are like the same person. She was a judge at one point. Okay, this female defense attorney here that is leading the opening statements for Donna, she was a judge at some point, and she had to step down. I think she had to step down for medical issues. But prior to that, I think there was some case or some type of filing on her, because some person she was dealing with, their son was involved in a domestic dispute, and she did some type of backdoor stuff to try to sweep it under the rug or get rid of the charges or something she did. I was like, that's a Donna move if I've ever seen one. That's an Adelson type, vibe if I've ever seen one. So no wonder Donna would love a good defense attorney like this, and no wonder a defense attorney like this would love a client like Donna. They're two peas in a pod. They're like the same person. I thought that was so odd when I looked up that case, or that just to find out information on these attorneys, that she herself was a Donna Adelson type person, controlling matriarchal helicopter type. I'm going to control the whole scenario, bully the whole scene, and you can't tell me what to do. What is happening here? So that's her. Just an FYI if anyone's interested in her backstory. And we move on. Let's get into witness testimony. James Geiger, my guy, James Geiger. He will make sure everyone is put down in the bottom of the jail that committed this crime, and I support it. I support it because he said there was no reason to kill this man. And he has to relive this every single time he has to testify. He's probably testified like 4 or 5 times now, if not more, because Katie had 2 trials. So he goes in, he does his thing, as we know. It's great to see him. I'm so happy James Geiger is still kicking, and I hope he is there for Wendy's trial as well. Also, really quick digress. We know Harvey's in there. Let me see if we could show Harvey really quick. Harvey's in there, and it is sad. There's Harvey. It is sad because it's just like Harvey. I would imagine that Harvey wants to be off with his wife somewhere else, not in a courtroom for her murder trial. But this is what they did to themselves. Also, a little interesting. You see the bond between a husband and wife compared to parent and child. Harvey was there for his wife. He wasn't there for Charlie. Neither was Donna. But he's going to be there for his wife. How interesting is that? They weren't there for Charlie's trial, but he's there for Donna. What else is he going to do? Really? He's been waiting for this. It's heartbreaking, really. Look at him. Cool guy. Well, cool composure. That's what I should say. Cool composure. Also, the Markells' parents have great composure through this. They've sat through multiple trials, and to see all of the graphic crime scene photos that they must see, it's heartbreaking. So hats off to them, because I don't want to be where they are. Okay, moving on. We do see Donna up in there. This is Officer Sims testifying. Donna up in there breaking down, crying, boo-hooing when they get into the forensic stuff. And it's like, Donna, there's Dan Markel's father. Donna needs to stop it, okay? She knows what she did. She knows how she had him murdered. And yet she wants to sit up here boo-hooing like, oh my gosh, this is so traumatic and graphic for me. Well, guess what? Don't order a murder next time. If you don't want to see the crime scene photos, don't order the murder. That's one way to not be traumatized. Everyone, the jurors have to be traumatized. The parents, that's the father right there having to look at this every single couple of years. The mother, they'll show her having to look at this every single couple of years. And you want to be up here boo-hooing like something happened to you, like you're the victim? Everyone has to look at this. The judge, the jury, everyone, the court reporters, everyone, Donna, because of your actions. She's a sick person. I know I know I was being very nice about her just a while ago, but she really, things like that, it's like, not even the boy who cried wolf. It's even worse than that. It's like, you caused this. You caused this. And look at this. And you want to, like, you're like you can barely contain yourself. Get over yourself. And the judge does admonish her, you guys may have seen. I did not watch anything anything on it because I wanted to go into this super fresh and super raw. But I do know that the judge admonished her because I saw that, and I know that was like a big headline. But it's just like, Donna, stop it. Sickening. We're gonna move on. The medical examiner testifies graphic stuff, as I mentioned. She gets admonished over her outbursts. And then Judge Everett goes in on the defense because they don't come prepared. They want to start objecting to evidence too late in the game. And he's like, I am not wasting the jury's time. So you guys need to get it together or I'm sending the jurors home right now. And rightfully so, because you had all of the pretrial motions, pretrial hearings to object to this stuff. And now you want to play like, oh, we didn't know the binder they gave us didn't properly. It's like, you knew. Stop it. I don't believe them for a second. And I actually find it to be quite annoying that they're trying to pull this nonsense, but that's what they'll do, right? We know what defense, not all, but some defense attorneys will try this. The unprepared, shtick to kind of make it seem like, oh, we need more time or something. But no. Moving on. Just reading my notes really quick. Georgia does have a soothing voice. I think Georgia Cappleman has a very soothing voice. When she does direct examination, something with her cadence and her just soft tone, I really do appreciate it. There's one witness they want to argue. I think it's him, Craig Issam. Oh, there's the mom. But there's one witness, Craig Issam, that they want to argue. This is him. They want to argue, the defense wants to argue with him over the email address that's being used, because the email address is donnaharvey@gmail.com. And he's trying to say, well, we don't know if Donna sent the emails. It could have been Harvey. It could have been, we don't know because it's a Donna Harvey. And it's like, yeah, they share an email address. We know that Donna controls everything. So Harvey's not sending these emails. It's Donna. Like, we're not idiots here, people. And it's like, I feel like the defense is pushing weak, unconvincing points. It's like they're trying to grasp at something, but the amount of evidence that has been compounded against Donna in this trial is astounding. And I think she should have just taken a deal. The deal being to turn on Wendy, if there's a deal taken, right? Like, that's the deal that needs to be taken. It's just absurd to me that they think that they can try to defend this with the weak defense that they have of, it wasn't me. Like, what? So the defense claims relocation was like 50% done. Donna would have no issue Skyping with the kids. Donna, like, I'm just going through the bullets really quick. Donna, this was one thing I thought was really odd. He testified that when Katie McDonald was arrested, her defense attorney called him. They said to him, do you want to make a deal? Or the investigator said to the defense attorney, do you want to make a deal? The next call they received was from someone who identified themselves as Charlie Adelson's attorney. So then they come in and say, the defense goes, you said you got a call from Charlie Adelson's attorney, not Donna Adelson's attorney. It's like, we're talking about the same family. If it's Donna, it's Charlie. And if it's Charlie, it's Donna. They go hand in hand. So if Charlie paid for it, then Donna paid for it. Charlie's not doing anything Donna didn't want him to do, because Charlie doesn't care that much. At the end of the day, do you really think Charlie cared that much about Wendy's love life? No, it was Donna. Oh, God. I'm exhausted already. All right, I want to quickly get into Lewis because I'm running much longer than I wanted to already. Really, and also they tried to make it seem like Charlie didn't really own, or excuse me, Harvey didn't really own the Adelson Institute while Charlie was operating it, and they had no involvement as to what was going on. It's like, what are you talking about? We know that they only did that change of ownership for tax purposes or some like illegal stuff. And that's why initially when they thought the police were involved, they said, is it involving taxes? And it's like, what's going on with the taxes? Something's going on with their taxes where they're trying to skirt around the tax system. So that's another thing that's a little on the shaky side. All right, let me just quickly get into Lewis and I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. Again, I'm sorry that this is somewhat of a quicker one, but I just kind of need to bang it out. I will say Josh Selman, he's trying. He's trying. That's the defense attorney. He's trying, but he doesn't have much. All right, Luis Rivera. Luis comes in. I do think it's funny how Luis comes in. Let me see if we could just see when he walks in initially. And he kind of mean mugs Donna. Look at him. So you can see him looking over to his left. And that's where Donna's sitting. And he gives like a good 10-second stare over there. Just to like give it, like he's doing it right now. Like just to like, so you are her. You are who we did all of this for, you know? Lewis has a bad memory. I knew that before. He's not that intelligent. In terms of him being a credible witness, I would say he serves the purpose of saying, yes, we went and committed this crime to prove the crime was committed. But he's not a good witness. His memory is horrible. He couldn't remember how much they were paid for it. He thought Lewis got a different amount than they were agreed to. He definitely thought Katie got a different amount than what was agreed to. And it was like, that was the whole part of it. Part of Charlie's argument was that Katie took more money from the rest of them who committed the crime and was extorting Charlie, which kind of worked with the argument that Katie got paid the most. But in his testimony, he's saying we knew Katie was going to get paid the most. And it was like, no, you didn't. And who would agree to that? It's like, I'm committing the crime. I want the money, not the person who's setting it up. Like, you get a portion of it. You're not going to get the most of it. Anyway, it's fine. He goes through and does his thing. One other thing I did think was funny, which you kind of have to hear it, but when they do the cross-examination, he gets very defensive as soon as the defense attorney comes up. And he's like, I think the defense attorney is just like, good afternoon. And he's like, what'd you say? And it's like, calm down, Lewis. But yeah, so that's this. That's day one. Day two is literally underway right now. It is the morning of day two. I have to head to work, and hopefully I will be able to watch day two and give you guys a good synopsis on this. I am happy to be pulled out of my dark slumber, and no one else could do it besides the Adelsons, okay? I have so much more to chat with you guys later, but like I said, I have to run, and you guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and joining me again. I am happy to be back. Life is lifing, but I'm here and healthy, strong. Another day as God gives it to us, okay? So enjoy your day, guys, and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks. Oh, please like, comment, and subscribe. I am going to be consistent, so I need you guys to give me some love back. All right. Love you guys. Bye.